It's the weekend rip.
Dear God, if you can hear us right now, gods of the VIX, gods of the SPY, and gods of the lesser markets, the Russell 2000 and what am I missing? The emerging markets? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Those, we can't forget the foreigners. Please protect us from all the incoming volatility that's befallen this market. And because, from one week to the next, we don't know what we're getting, with this guy in office and his hackies. Is that a word?
Lackeys.
Lackeys. Thank you so much. And just please protect us and bestow upon our portfolios lots of black. We don't want red, just lots of black. Unless we're short, in which case, please give us red, but in our favor, so that our portfolios show black. And if you don't do that, then I'm going to disobey one of the 10 commandments, and I'm not going to tell you which one, God.
For me, it's fucking my neighbor's wife.
Okay, there you have it, folks. He's going to do adultery. I think what I'm going to do, which 10 commandment I'm going to break, is going to be worshiping a false idol.
Oh.
God hates that one. God absolutely hates it when you worship. The Jews did a golden calf, and I think I'll have to bring that one back, or I'll have to run it back. So if you're listening, God, I know you got a lot on your plate, but we really need you. And amen. I think that's good. Amen, right?
Amen.
Amen. Wow. Folks, we're coming to you live, unbathed, and
I don't think we've ever done a show where we're dirtier or stinkier.
yeah, I can smell this guy from here. I didn't want to tell him, but he stunk on the train.
Is that real?
Yeah. Yeah. No, your breath smelled. It was either you or the woman sitting behind me.
Damn.
I've had a bad experience with stinky ladies this trip. We're coming to you live from New York because we took a trip to Boston to do a show, and then we took America's crown jewel of transportation, the Amtrak, on the Eastern Seaboard from Boston to here.
And it was nice because we caught seats on the sauna train, and we didn't even have to pay extra.
Yeah, they were sure to blast the heat all the way up for us, LA boys. And we were also blessed with rude people who did not understand social niceties.
No.
They didn't know how to be quiet.
Just woman blasting a full Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Which we love.
Yeah.
And when we asked her to put headphones on, she just said, "They're dead."
Yeah.
Like
no
we
apology. No, I'm sorry. I know that's
And she
annoying.
said, "I have to be on this meeting."
I have to be on this meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. You look really red, man. Look at you.
I don't feel good.
You look like a
wow,
tomato
I look
on there.
horrible.
Yeah, but that's not how. I assure you, that's not how you look in real life.
This is the worst I've ever looked. I'm also very shiny.
This is not how you look in real life.
All right, can we check one more time?
I look 40.
Dude, why am I so red?
I don't know.
Man. I don't look red.
I don't know. You're redder than Bitcoin this week. Let me tell you, man. You're redder than the S&P on Monday's open.
Is it only on the camera?
It's only on the camera. I assure you, you don't look that way in real life.
That is crazy.
The camera hates you. The camera hates you, bub. Camera hates you more than the market hated the Roblox earnings. Am I right?
I don't know what's going on in this studio, but this is some kind of.
They're out to get you.
Someone's got it out to get me.
They're out to get you. Hey, how do you do to everyone out there in StockTwits land, to everybody on watching live on X and StockTwits and on YouTube, of course. Huge shout out to everybody. Hope you survived the week. I know I sure had a rough go at it.
Also, we should say we don't really have access to chat this week.
Yeah.
But we are live. That is not us trying to cover.
Yeah, it's live.
But we usually have access to the chat.
We usually have access to the chat where we can keep up with what people are saying. My name, as always, is Ben Kahn. This is my husband, Emil DeRosa. We are the coolest two guys in the entire financial news world.
Honestly, the entire world.
Yeah. We have active targets on our back for the things that we say. We dare to challenge the narratives out there.
Most cool guys look this red.
Yeah, most cool guys do look that red. Jim Cramer is terrified of us for the things that we say because we tell the truth, and the establishment doesn't like that. The mainstream media doesn't like that. So
I wouldn't be surprised if we got killed while we're shooting.
Yeah, if we got Mangioni'd. Well, no, that wouldn't work because we're not wealthy CEOs yet. But there will be a time for that. When that comes, don't kill me, please. I'm doing good things with my money when I get it. I'm treating myself. I'm not screwing you, the little guy. let's get to the numbers. Enough chit chat. We just wanted to catch up, let you know what's going on, why we're in this place.
Why we're sweating, why I'm so
Yeah.
red.
It is hot.
I've had wool LL Bean socks on for about 28 hours,
Yeah.
and my feet have never been itchier.
For a New Jersey local, this guy really, really is afraid of cold weather and does not handle it well. And me,
What?
Mr. Los Angeles, baby, I love it. Bring on the
This
discomfort.
is just an
I
absolute
thrive in it.
lie.
Yeah. This is the Emil
Complained-
roasting hour.
Complained the entire time.
Yeah, me?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. So the S&P closed up on the week, 1.4%. The Qs topped out at just shy of 1.9%, and Bitcoin, boy oh boy, it was a volatile week for Bitcoin, but it closed down the week at, well, it's still going because it trades 24/7. We had like an exact, almost to the T, carbon copy of last week's price action. You see that?
Except I want Bitcoin. I want to see it in the 80s, 70s. Let's get it down.
You got bids?
No, I just. Well, I've got buys set for like, yeah, if it hits 80 and 70 and.
Yeah, you got bids. Yeah, I need to do that. I had some in the 80s and 70s, and I pulled them to buy probably fart. I'm getting reamed on fart, folks.
So let's
I'm
bring
just
this thing
getting
down.
my cheeks are getting clapped, as they say. I'm so sorry. This is
You can say cheeks clap.
I know, but it's just been a very rated R week. The show that we just did, it was very horny, and
It really wasn't.
yeah, you're right. Okay, I guess you're right.
Ben's not a very horny guy, so he says like making love, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't want to be."
So, in case you forgot, last week it was what, the tariffs? No, that was this week.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it's so
the last time
impossible
we
to
did
keep
this.
up with this shit.
Yeah,
We had tariff threats. Yeah, that's what it was this week. We had the threats
yeah,
of
that was this week. Last week was DeepSeek.
DeepSeek. That's right. Thank you so much, my esteemed colleague.
Yes.
Last week it was DeepSeek.
Last week was the Chinese.
Yeah, and this week it was the Americans. Right in our own backyard. Donald Trump.
Which way do you want it?
Which way? Donald Trump tells Mexico and China, kick rocks,
No,
baby.
Mexico and Canada.
Mexico and
Also
Canada.
China a
What did I
little
say?
bit.
China?
Yeah.
They included them.
Yeah, but not quite as much.
10% to China, 25% to the Mexicans, 25% to the Canadians, and then market opened down. I cleaned up. I swept up, man. I had my puts. I had my puts on the Qs and on the SPY. And then, Monday morning we gapped down so big, and then sure enough, we just rallied right on back, man. We rallied right on back. Nvidia ended up bouncing 12% this week, overcoming the tariff and DeepSeek FUD.
Dude, DeepSeek who? They don't give a shit.
Yeah, Deep Who. And then they came out with their or not them, excuse me. OpenAI came out with something.
Yeah, they're
Deep Research.
Yeah, deep research.
Would you think
Who's
that they-
naming these things?
Who's naming these goddamn things? Letting the AI do that thing?
Yeah.
You think? Do you think that they did it to ape off of DeepSeek, or do you think that they already had that name in the pipeline? Deep Research.
I don't know.
I think that it's a combination of both.
I did see people using it though, and it was returning some errors. It is funny how reliant people are getting on this. I was watching. What?
I'm shocked that you use it. You being the most, well, you're not the most anti-AI guy, but you use it. I'm like, what do you even have business? What do you do? What are you doing on there?
I like doing like research stuff on it, especially that's why I like the Perplexity one, because it tells me where it comes from, and you can just double check it and go back to the actual source. It just kind of like pulls sources for you.
Interesting. Like your own little digital robot
And it
assistant.
is easy for like when you're trying to remember something from say a book or something. It's like, can you pull this part of it?
Yeah.
It just makes it easy for some things.
You are Mr. Book, after all.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Emil reads like this boy reads. He's even got a Kindle with the little e-ink.
I don't have a Kindle.
What is it?
I have a Kobo e-reader. It's a Kobo Libra 2. It's way different than a Kindle.
Kobo, pay him. Pay him.
Pay me.
Well, this week was earnings, baby. And we love earnings season. Once every 3 months, we are blessed with all of these companies bragging to everybody about how much or how little they made. Either they're coming in hot or they are
Or they're
filled
not
with
doing
shame.
so much bragging.
Yeah, some of them are committing digital seppuku or financial seppuku, plunging red pens into their guts. I'm trying to be poetic this week.
Yeah,
How am I doing?
Ben's saying, I'm not doing horny anymore. I'm poetic now.
I'm poetic now. Oh man, I hate talking about Palantir because it just pains me so much. Because famously, I didn't buy any shares when it initially broke out from being just an absolute dog of a stock. Mainly because I saw it as a very crowded trade because all the Reddit dorks were on there. And you know what? They were right, and I was wrong.
You know what?
I was dead fucking wrong. What?
You can't underestimate a defense stock. You know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, they are the far and away the winningest winner in the AI like software space. Nvidia won the hardware race, and Palantir. I mean, Jesus Christ. But apparently, a lot of people have been complaining about the bears have been saying that they're issuing too much stock. To which I say, I think you're grasping at straws there, man. It's very normal for a damn company performing this well to compensate your not your board of directors, your executives, your C-suites and all that stuff with stock. You know, give it a rest. You're losing. You're wrong. You can ring the bell. You can sound the alarms about the stock compensation being an issue. It ain't an issue. Yeah, this guy Ross Hendricks. For those who can read cash flow statements, you'll see below that Palantir doles out more cash in stock comp than it generates in net income to the tune of hundreds of millions of each year. Who gives a rat's ass, man? The entire business is a scheme built to move money from shareholder pockets to the company insiders who systematically dump their issued shares onto retail bag holders. Those are really strong words when the stock is just absolutely plowing through all-time highs every day this week.
You know who it's plowing through?
What?
Ross's wife.
Let's play the video. Hey Keith, can you play that video of Alex Karp? Yeah, this. So this is a. I do pause it, please.
On the line, is there anything you'd like?
I do like how they do their earnings. It feels very feels like a nightmare. You know?
This guy is a nightmare. Every time I see him, I don't know. He's like from my dreams.
Yeah,
in a bad way.
Yeah, his whole vibe is very bad. He's just a bad vibe.
He reminds me of, you know, maybe a friend's dad when we were growing up who yelled at us for something. You know when you're getting yelled at by a friend's dad?
I would never get yelled at by the dad. I'm not his kid. What kind of naughty shit were you getting into that the
it
friend's
wasn't
dad
about
is yelling at
the
you?
naughty shit. It was about the psycho dad.
Yeah.
That he starts yelling at.
I don't think he strikes me he strikes me not as a psycho dad, but as a dad who's just not present and doesn't care and is like oblivious to the fact that his kid's just walking around the house with cigarettes or something. He's just, yeah. All right, let's play this little clip. He loves to glaze the retail shareholder like you and I because he owes a lot of Palantir's stock success to them.
We're doing it. We're doing it. And I'm sure you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let's not talk to analysts about the burden of being right, our burdens of investing in ontology, our burdens of actually looking at the math, the burden of reading what the rule of 40 is, the burden of being honest about what an enterprise software company is, or the burden of explaining to your friends that you're really happy. Maybe we should just stop talking about it. I'm very happy to have you along for the journey, and you are partners for us. Every Palantirian, we are crushing it. Everyone else who's listening, we are dedicating our company. We have dedicated our company to the service of the West and the United States of America, and we're super proud of the role we play, especially in places we can't talk about. And we love our success in the U.S. and globally. Also, you know, we are doing in the United Kingdom and many other places. Palantir is here to disrupt and make the institutions we partner with the very best in the world. And when it's necessary, to scare enemies and on occasion kill them. And we hope you're in favor of that. We hope you're enjoying being a partner. And we're really happy and very, very focused on what we're doing. Thank you for your time.
I will say
You see what I'm talking about?
I don't. Oh yeah, I don't.
There is something bubbling under the surface with that guy.
Oh yeah.
Every time I see him.
Oh, he's for sure Epstein adjacent. When you're that kind of guy and you've got that kind of fucking look at this clown.
Can you clarify what you mean when you say Epstein adjacent?
I mean that he
is running a pedophile ring?
He just missed the Epstein boat. He was not in that circle just yet. He was still too busy building up Palantir because Palantir's been around for a long time now. And
so you're saying he ran in some of the same circles, not in the sense that he's like Epstein.
yeah, I think that a guy like that is an absolute freak. I mean, just like I said, he's just got a bad vibe. And I welcome him. I invite him on the show and give me, $1 million. You can afford it. He's got 7.7 billion last I checked.
Yeah, we'll have you on the show. It just costs $1 million.
I do like. I'm going to, I've always got to give credit where I think credit is due, and it is kind of cool and refreshing to see a CEO of a massively sized public company address retail shareholders to whom he does owe quite a bit of a debt of gratitude. Those Redditors have been on that stock for so long, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of them. Nah, that's probably being too generous. But, he's addressing them directly because they have been holding on and believing in his company for so long. And I think that, it'd be cool to see I remember the only other CEO I can think of who did the same thing is the CEO of National Beverage Company, who owns LaCroix. Ticker symbol Fizz. That guy's a psycho. Also got accused of molesting his male private jet pilot. Total psycho. Their press releases that they put out, they're made in like Microsoft Word with just like dog shit graphics.
Did he do it?
I think he did, yeah. Nick, I can't remember his last name. Total weirdo. But bought LaCroix in like the 90s for nothing and turned it into what it is, and the stock was on a tear for quite a while. They also own Fago. Yeah.
Wow, shout out to all our juggalos.
Shout out to all the juggalos. But let's play this other clip. He's taking a page out of the Elon Musk book with calling out short sellers, and this bothers me, and I've got a lot to say about it. Let's play this.
Why? I kind of like this.
I love burning the short sellers. Like almost
I'm sure
nothing
you do.
makes a human happier than taking the lines of cocaine and away from these short sellers who are going short on a truly great American company, not just ours, but just love pulling down great American companies so that they can pay for their coke. And the best thing that can happen to them is we will lead their coke dealers to their homes after they can't pay their bills. And that's like one of my.
Surely all short sellers.
Yeah, well, go
coke
ahead,
habits.
do your thing. We'll do our thing. I love.
I did try cocaine for the first time in my life 2 weeks ago. I hated it. I did not like
You didn't
it.
even get high.
Yeah, I felt my thing go numb, whatever, my throat.
That's not getting high.
Okay.
We can't discuss the
So you're
merits of-
saying I need to try more?
I'm saying you either.
No, I know. I hated it. I'm not interested.
I'm saying you either need to do actually good cocaine or actually.
Jesus Christ.
You can't just be like, I didn't feel anything. Cocaine sucks.
By the way, that was.
I remember being at a party with this guy. He's in jail now.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Actually, we're not going to tell the story.
Yeah, let's not tell that story. But I can assume I can guess why he's in jail. But that was I don't know if you caught the price per share at that time. That was when Palantir was at 24. That was almost $100 ago, and that was when it was really starting to rip. And I believe the short interest on the stock was quite high. But Elon,
But you don't like him dancing on the grave of short sellers?
well,
right there?
I think he's probably being specific about certain short seller groups that are big, like Citron or the recently disbanded Hindenburg. Now, whether or not those guys are cokeheads, I'm sure he's got a better eye into that.
I don't think it's crazy to say that any group of investors, there's probably a good
Of
deal
course.
of coke going around.
Yeah. Probably even more futuristic drugs that haven't even been filtered down to us.
No, coke is timeless.
yet. Coke is timeless, but these guys are railing Adderall, man. Let's be honest.
It's probably a lot of Adderall.
Yeah. And Red Bull.
I'd say between the hours of 9 to 5, it's a lot of Adderall. But then when you get out, you want to do a
Also,
little.
it's just Zins. I mean, isn't that what all these clowns are
Oh,
doing?
dude, do you know how good a Zyn probably feels while you're doing cocaine?
Brother, I can't wait to pop one in my mouth after this show. But I contend that short selling is just as American as our great American companies. Here's why. I've said it before. And this is coming from someone who's been long stocks that have been absolutely decimated intraday by the likes of Citron. I fucking hate Andrew Left for that, and I will never forgive him. Because they will oftentimes say dishonest things and pick and choose things from filings and press releases to paint a narrative, and they use their vast reach and good graces that they've built up from trashing other stocks to sometimes they kind of, they get a little lazy with it. but you need that. You need short sellers. It's part of a functioning market.
Why do you need it?
Because otherwise there'd be fewer there'd be less
Information
selling
out there
pressure.
about what's actually going on.
There's just otherwise you would just have regular old people just selling. In as much as you can have people speculating on things going up, so too should you be able to speculate on things going down. And it's just, if it were that bad, they'd find I was going to say they'd find a way to get rid of it, but as long as there's money to be made, that ain't the case. But it's funny though, because he hates short sellers, but short sellers are part of who he owes his vast quantities of wealth to. Because without short selling, you wouldn't have as much upward pressure as they have to buy back the stock and get squeezed out. Kind of like how I'm getting squeezed.
So you should be offering to buy them some lines of Coke. Quit taking the Coke out of their goddamn noses.
Send them some congratulatory like, hey, what's the hey I'm sorry version? Not congratulatory, but
condolences?
Condolences Coke. Send them some
Condolences
Coke. Yeah. Alex Karp, what are you doing, man?
There's a new business venture.
Yeah, what the condolences Coke. Like,
don't steal that. That's ours.
Like, yeah, don't steal that. Like edible arrangements, but
hey,
hard drugs.
We heard you're having a hard time.
Yeah. I remember an ex-girlfriend sent me an edible arrangement once. She yelled at me in public, and I was humiliated. And then the next day at work, she apologized via, I got an edible arrangement. And
That's a bad apology.
It softened the blow a little bit. Well, she apologized also verbally, but was just like, here, have some
an edible
chocolate-dipped pineapples in the shape of a flower. I'm so sorry. My coworkers were jealous. That's the thing. Everybody's jealous when you get an edible arrangement.
I've never had one.
It shows that, well, you
I've
just
also
aren't
never been yelled at in public. So
yeah, well, you're very lucky. Anyway, speaking of AI winners, one of the other AI winners, I had forgotten that this company even existed. Have you ever heard of Doximity?
No.
Neither had I. Well, I take it back. I just had forgotten that they existed. Ticker symbol is DOCS. They crushed their earnings.
Do you think this is popping off of RFK Jr. being like, we're going to AI all of our hospitals?
We're going to use artificial intelligence to make America healthy again.
I don't know. I don't think so.
He was even talking about it in his congressional hearings.
Don't make me do the voice again.
I'm not making you do it. He was just talking about it in his congressional hearings.
They are a telehealth company. They apparently saw a huge boost from AI workflow tools. I was very surprised to learn that they have over 600,000 healthcare providers using their shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. Massive company. Out there being used by doctors and stuff. AI doing analysis of charts.
all the companies. Your Hims is, your Hers is.
Probably Hims is on a fucking tear,
your One Medical, all these fucking companies.
Row.
Yeah. Can you not find Adderall? Call us.
Yeah. Oh boy. Hey, how about you use that AI to find us some eggs? In other earnings, we had MicroStrategy. We can no longer call it MicroStrategy in honor of the great CEO Michael Saylor. They have rebranded to just Strategy. Don't know why they're not calling it like Bitcoin Strategy, even though they've got it in the logo. And they've given us this great
Strategy kind of sucks as a name, I have to say.
Why?
I don't know. MicroStrategy was better.
Yeah.
Strategy, bad.
I think that MicroStrategy would have been a lot more fun.
It's funnier.
Yeah.
But it's stupid.
Yeah. We got I like the little meme from the Stock Twits account. It's Justin Timberlake, the known alcoholic and DUI sufferer.
And all around bad guy.
All around bad guy. His eyes have not aged well. He looks tired, doesn't he? Agree with me.
Can we pull up a picture of JT?
I don't know if we can do that. That might be too hard. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Don't worry about that. But
well, I'm not going to go along with that. I don't know how his eyes are.
And we also don't need to pull up this because it's too upsetting to listen to. But I'll parse it or paraphrase it. Thank you very much.
Oh, the volatility.
Yeah, he was going on and on about how they're embracing volatility there at Strategy. Yeah, look at him. Look at those eyes.
He's drunk.
Well, yeah, but
he's all hopped up on that
because then I
Palantir
saw
Coke.
footage of him in the concert after this happened, and he just looks.
Yeah, after that happened, he probably got a lot of condolence Coke sent over.
Yeah.
And he was ripping through that shit.
You got some edible arrangements narcotics? coming to his door.
Yeah.
And-
Snortable arrangements.
Snortable apologies. Yeah, he looks like shit.
Honestly,
We're ones to
yeah,
talk.
I was gonna say one of the worst weeks for us to discuss anybody's appearances. Me, I don't know why I look like a tomato. Don't even do the close.
I've got a broken push broom for a mustache going here. I actually look okay. You know what?
We
I'm
just
giving
came
it to
from
myself.
Boston. I look like I've been drinking in a Boston dive for decades, and all
Yeah.
the blood vessels in my face.
I almost
broke.
said something racist, but then I didn't. So I'd just like to give
You
myself...
saved that stuff for Boston.
Yeah, we saved that for... We left it all in Boston. So Michael Saylor said that they are evangelizing volatility, and they are leaning into volatility. What does that mean? God knows, man. The only people who know are Michael Saylor and his reflection. His reflection, because the boy is single. I mean, this guy, how pathetic. You're a billionaire, and you ain't even married. Get your act together, Michael
Dude,
Saylor.
it just shows you can't buy love.
Come on the show, Michael Saylor. Let's talk about this strategy, and let's talk about your love life.
And let's make a bet who will find love first.
Me or him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just as pathetic, sir. Please send me an apology narcotics delivery.
Snortable arrangements.
Snortable arrangements. You know who hit all-time highs that really ticked me off?
Expedia.
Expedia.
Yeah.
Who is using Expedia?
I don't know. I went on the actual site recently, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Who's
They make
using this? fucking
billions
thing?"
of dollars, man.
I know.
I think their revenues were like $20 billion. Miles, do you use Expedia? No. Miles just said no. Miles doesn't use Expedia.
I think
what do you
they're-
use if you need to book a flight? I don't travel. Okay. Thank
Nice.
you very much.
Nice.
He doesn't travel. What we use google.com/flights like normal human beings.
Although they need to shape up because it's all messed up because they're offering like unusable flights. They'll say, "Oh, you open the calendar and like $76 if you want to fly that day."
Yeah, you got to stop 3 times and
Right.
you can't carry a bag
It's
on
like
and you can't pick your seat and you got to
Google.
pay for the bathroom.
You need to start discerning what is an actual flight I'm going to take.
Yeah. It's wild. I mean, 2 things factored into them. So they hit all-time highs after reporting their earnings this week. They reinstated their dividend, and that is hugely bullish because they stopped it for COVID. They had to suspend the dividend.
People
and
want to
now
travel.
People want to travel,
You know
man,
what I think it is? I think it's
despite the danger.
I think there are so many things that are just propped up by boomers that we can't fathom how many sectors of the economy. I bet it's just a holdover from every boomer who you're like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll just send it to you. Can you give me your email?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's just Jeff at AOL.com."
Yeah,
That
or
guy's
Yahoo.
cruising Expedia.
Yeah. My
And
mom
not only
uses
that, he's
Expedia.
booking like things worth $10,000 to take his family to Bermuda.
And if you use Travelocity, I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
your deal is, man. I don't know what world you live in. You must still be using like askjeeves.com. Travelocity? I think that I don't think they're publicly traded. They better not be. I think Expedia actually absorbed
What's
them.
the other one?
Trivago?
Kayak.
Oh, they're dead. They're long dead. It used to be a great idea, but then you know,
Okay, but where are you go? If you need to find yourself a hotel, where are you going?
hotels.com. That's what I do.
I would say that's arguably just as boomerish.
Really? It's in the name, man.
There's not a.
What do you do? Booking? Booking.com?
I Google
Ticker
it.
symbol BKNG?
I Google it and then it comes up in the thing.
You Google what? Like Boston hotels?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it'll give you a map, which is nice.
Yeah. Hotels shows you, I believe, Booking's results. I think Booking owns hotels. Anyway. Oh, boy. We got the Sovereign Wealth Fund. Trump said that he was going to implement, but I don't know how that's going to work, seeing as we're pushing like a $2 trillion deficit.
Yeah, that's usually for people with surpluses.
Yeah,
that's not exactly. But hey, it's the chaos economy. You got to just embrace it. I think I'm
Yeah.
excited for us to buy back our sports leagues.
Mhm.
We're gonna make tennis America. Well, how is it? Make America tennis again?
Mata.
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 Let's get tennis back. Let's get golf back. Let's make sure the NBA is safe. The NFL.
Nah, we can get rid of the NBA.
All right, the Saudis can have the NBA according
Yeah.
to Ben.
The Saudis, here's what we'll do.
Do you want to keep the MLB?
Of course.
Okay,
Of course. I
Saudis,
love baseball.
hands off the MLB. Mr.
Well,
Trump,
here's
get
what
that,
we'll do.
get that sovereign wealth
We'll
fund
give
down.
the Saudis the NBA. We'll keep the WNBA, but we'll turn it into the WNBA
Men's League. I like that.
Because the boys still want to play basketball, and it's fewer games. We just learned actually this week that the WNBA only plays 40 games a season. That's a good amount.
Which I like. It makes every game more important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have
You
these
could tell
throwaway games.
these basketball players, they don't care about some of these games. Middle of the season.
Yeah, these baseball players.
They had to
too?
create those weird intra-season tournaments because they were like, you guys don't give a shit. They
Yeah.
were offering them money. Nah,
David Stern's ghost is
rolling around.
screaming. Yeah, it's just rolling around in a grave somewhere. I mean, he doesn't know shit. He's dead. But anyway, so is that going to happen? My
Who
guess
knows?
is
He's
I
going
don't
to
know.
announce it, and then tomorrow he's going to say, "I'm scrapping that idea." You can. The only way to actually cover any of the Trump stuff is like this, doing live shows, because by the time you want to do anything recorded,
Yeah.
he's going to change his mind, and you're going to look like a fucking idiot.
And he's focused on the real important things, like bringing back plastic straws.
Yeah.
He
thank
said,
God.
fuck the sea turtles. If they're getting them in their nose, it means they like it, so let them have it. They might like it. Who knows? What if having a plastic straw stuck in your little turtle nose actually feels really
What
good?
if there were quite a few sea turtles who are like, where'd all the plastic straws
Yeah,
go?
bring them back. Get me that shit back. RFK Jr. got confirmed, and I'm really pissed off at myself because I bought a couple psychedelic stocks in anticipation of this, and then I got impatient because I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I was raised in a really in that little experiment where they give a child a marshmallow, and then they say you can eat the marshmallow now, or you can wait 5 minutes and get 3 marshmallows. I was wolfing down that marshmallow, apparently, the one because I couldn't comprehend.
Yeah,
that
that
you
makes
can
sense.
wait.
We just went to dinner and they brought out our bread before the dip arrived. And this man's chowing down on his bread. I'm like,
I wanted
buddy,
the bread. I wanted to eat it.
you're gonna want to stick dip all over that
No,
thing.
no, I need the bread now. I need to experience the bread flavor. So I had bought MNMD, which is mind medicine, which I believe they are a psychedelic company. And yeah, you see that pop there? Your boy sold right before that pop. Those 3 big green candlesticks. Yeah, I sold right before that. I think I sold on that first green one. So at least I made a little bit of money. And then CMPS, Compass, did the same thing there. I think Peter Thiel's got a stake in that. So I did it for America by not holding on to that. Actually, we should cozy up to Peter Thiel. He likes giving money to people.
They
Who cares?
think RFK Jr. is gonna accomplish what? Just legalize.
This is how stupid
Yeah.
and asinine the market is, man. It's talked about. It's possible that he
Yeah.
might do it. So the stocks rise now, and then over time they're slowly going to go back down. Marijuana stocks went up a little bit. They had a little bit of a pop.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be so hard on yourself. That seems like I don't know.
Yeah,
That's not really a line I would draw, but have at it, psychedelic stocks.
yeah. Let's see the not so good.
Did pharmaceuticals drop at all from this?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like
That
if
I would be
Moderna
much
and
more
Pfizer.
interested in. Yeah,
I think Moderna and Pfizer. I think Moderna might have had a bit of a drop. Can we pull that up?
because you're talking about Mr. There's
Mr.
not
Anti-vax.
there's not a safe or effective vaccine.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, man. How about a fall from grace there? That thing. I remember when that was in the hundreds during COVID. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I can barely see. Did it drop on his thing? Yeah, looks like it did.
yeah, yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Just wait till they get their hands on Fauci. That poor guy.
See, now that's why you need short sellers. That kind of drop can't happen just on its own naturally, organically, from regular old longs cutting their positions anymore. You need short sellers to accelerate these things. You should be able to profit if you know that a company is going down.
Hey, I'm with you, pal. Don't.
Nikola, the disgraced hydrogen truck
I honestly
company.
thought they were already like.
Gone?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they've been teetering on the brink of
Right.
insolvency. And Wall Street Journal reported today, while we were on the train, that they're approaching bankruptcy. And they're
Good.
trading down 35%, down to like 40 cents. Pathetic.
I've been preying on your downfall.
Disgusting. Yeah. God, that was such a wild time when they debuted that truck. And everybody was like,
What
"It's
was it? It was
real."
going
It
downhill.
was going downhill.
Yeah.
It was on a real long, slow, gradual downhill. And I think a short seller, I think Citron or Hindenburg was the first to Freight that.
I know it's really bad, but I like that there was a guy who was like, let's put this fucker downhill.
That was Trevor Milton, man.
Insane.
And
Just an absolute wild man.
and they gave him 4 years in prison.
I'd like to send that guy some
Condolences, drugs.
snortable arrangements, if you know
Yeah,
what I'm
some
saying.
snortable arrangements. You know who needs a little bit of snortable arrangements is Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google. I'm sure he doesn't do drugs. He seems like a good family man. By the way, this isn't a drug show. We've been talking about him a lot on this show. We don't do drugs. Look how
It's
healthy
just-
he is.
I'm
Except for in your
only
face.
red because of the
Yeah.
drugs I've done.
Yeah. Google, their cloud revenues came in lower than expected, and $200 billion worth of market cap was wiped, like something that gets wiped,
Can't think of anything that would get
like
wiped.
the I didn't want to go gross, like the guacamole that I accidentally got on my sleeve earlier.
There you
Just
go.
Wiped right off. AMD had their data center numbers disappointed. So it's proving to be a little more difficult for these companies to show that the AI tailwinds are affecting all the boats in the harbor. It's not making that rising tide lift all them boats. And it disappointed the market. Amazon was down on a beat, but they had lower guidance as well.
Also, didn't they just? Wasn't there just something where they now have they're bringing in more revenue than Walmart for the first time ever?
They're on track to bring in more revenue than Walmart, I believe, this year at like goddamn almost like 140 something billion dollars in revenues per quarter.
Yeah, but it's also misleading. It's not from people ordering bullshit on their
Well,
website.
yeah, it's not misleading. It's part of their market. Or
No, it's misleading in the sense I don't want people to think that's all coming from just Amazon.com. People ordering chintzy bullshit on there.
Whoa,
It's
careful.
a lot from there. What?
Careful.
You can say
No
chintzy.
slurs. Man.
Chintzy?
Yeah. No,
Is that bad?
yeah, that's bad.
But it's a lot from their cloud
Yeah,
computing
yeah.
services and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which Walmart obviously does
It
not.
sounds like a slur, chintzy. Doesn't it?
No, I wouldn't have said it if I thought it.
No, but it sounds like one.
I'm gonna Google it because
It's not. You're saying knickknack. It's a
knick-knack.
It's a pejorative for a knickknack. It's chintzy.
Yeah,
No, I agree with you. I was just razzing you. I was giving you a hard time.
cheap and of poor quality.
Yeah, cheap and of poor quality. Like the products sold on Amazon.com.
Yeah, chintzy
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's what you can
Fake
find there.
stuff.
Unless they want to sponsor us, then we will although before you do that, fix your damn search algorithm on there. Have you tried to buy anything on there recently?
Well, I mean, now you type in a very basic thing, and like the first 7 things are just like sponsored, 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 sponsored.
And then you'll find the same sponsored thing down one row and
Right.
it says Amazon's best pick. Based on what?
Well, I'm sure it's some kind of algorithmic thing with reviews and
True.
how many things get returned and all that kind of stuff.
Bestseller. You got the bestseller.
Right.
you got
There's a
the best
bestseller,
pick,
an overall pick,
overall pick. Drives me nuts. I had to buy a whiteboard.
and then there's one that's like so cheap that you're like, should I just do that one?
Yeah, but then you go to the buying
You're like,
options
it must
and
be
it's like
bad,
it'll
though.
ship in about a month. It's like, okay, then what the fuck is going on there?
Yeah.
Where's it coming from? ARM, they the chip company guidance not so great. Dropped. And then one stock I have been paying attention to that I think is interesting is Magnite. They are an advertising company. Ticker symbol MGNI. They are partnered with Netflix, doing ads with Netflix. And then just today, the stock popped big on news that they are partnering with X. And I got a buddy who works there. He's excited about the fact that his shares just increased in value. But
Are they more of just a like an intermediary doing the ad booking?
I believe so.
Okay.
There's some kind of, I don't know. This ad world is way more complex than I'd like it to be.
Oh well, the
App
entire
loving
economy is
and-
just runs on ads. It's
Yeah,
all
but
just
there's different. There's like the buy side and the sell side and the.
Oh wow, that's so
Yeah,
confusing. You
it's
can't.
so
You're
confusing.
trying to tell me they have a buy side
Well,
and a
then
sell
you got
side?
television and you got the internet and you got all this stuff and it's just like, golly, just count me out. A sign of the times. A firm jumped on unexpected profits with higher revenues, a very active customer base, and gross merchandise value all came in higher. So basically, a lot more people are spending later They're buying now and they are paying later, which tells me people are cash poor, but
it's all right.
they're self-soothing with their credit cards.
Just remember, tariffs don't cause inflation. They cause success. Just hold on.
Yeah.
It's coming, baby.
Well, according to Elon Musk, the government causes inflation with too much spending, which is true in part, but he fixed it. So that's
Elon
it.
Musk fixed it
Yep.
by cutting spending, and Trump also fixed it with tariffs.
Yeah.
And if
High
you
five.
think eggs are expensive, you're just stupid.
Yeah. This rocks. What's that meme on current credit card debt? Let's see that. This better be funny as hell. I better be laughing my
If
butt
this
off.
meme doesn't elicit an LOL, we're gonna push the TV over.
Credit card debt at 1 trillion is a sign of customer strength, actually. What? What? Yeah. I'm going to have to go ahead.
That's exactly what they were. I forget when it was like 2021 or 2022. They were trying to be like, it's at record highs, but we think it's a good thing.
I mean, I get it. On the one hand, it's kind of like how a company can have record revenues, but at the end of the day, it's whether or not they were profitable and they had solid net.
Yeah,
income.
but then I think it was just like a few months later, they were like, okay, we are seeing some record delinquencies here, and this could be problematic.
Eyes, Lips, Face, the makeup company that I missed out on in the teens and watched it with great chagrin.
I'm shocked by this reasoning.
That the stock tanked 20% on earnings, and they cited the TikTok outage.
And being distracted.
That's a cop out.
Give me a break.
It's a. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, the TikTok thing lasted what? A few hours?
Sure. Maybe it's because the whole narrative.
Sure.
The whole narrative, but it's
And
like
distracted by fires?
yeah,
No, except
Gen
for a
Z
small portion of the country, no one gave a shit.
yeah. Gen Z being distracted by fires, TikTok outage, and tariffs. Bub, I think it's just that it's a cyclical thing. And
What do you mean distracted by fires, though? Everyone I know was just on their phone anyway. They're probably
Yeah.
buying fucking makeup.
Also, I take that back. I don't believe makeup is cyclical, but I think that
You believe makeup is cyclical?
No, well, what I meant to say is that consumer habits in the space are in that, and I've learned this from having many conversations about makeup with previous romantic partners. You know, there's no brand loyalty when it comes to makeup. Everybody's got a damn makeup these days.
I just thought they like to go to Sephora.
They do like to go to Sephora.
So that seems
Women
low.
love to go to Sephora. People love to go to Sephora.
I don't. The smell in there is intense.
I love that
For some
smell.
reason, every time I walk into one, my ears are ringing. What's
Yeah.
up with that?
You've got something wrong with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you probably I love the smell of a Sephora. I
What?
love the smell of a mall.
It's too intense.
I love the smell of Macy's.
And anytime I have to talk to
Ugh.
someone, they all obviously I think it's maybe a selling point. They have so much makeup on, but
Yeah.
it's hard to not just look at their face in such an intense way.
I went to a Sephora once and I bought myself some hyaluronic acid because I care about skincare.
I don't even know what that is.
It's some shit you put on your face, man.
I started moisturizing like 3 years ago because female friends made fun of me.
Yeah, I remember that. You were like, what?
And then I
I'm supposed
started
to put lotion. This man didn't put lotion on his fucking face.
And then I started doing it too much. I thought it was like chapstick. Anytime you feel a little dry, you just
I didn't know that.
and they were like, "Oh, I heard you're moisturizing." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing it like 3, 4, 5
Yeah,
times
in
a
fact,
day."
I just
And
did
they're
it in the
like, "What are
bathroom."
you talking about?"
Like, my boy, you don't need to do it that often. So
That's
yeah,
probably why I'm all red.
I'm gonna go because just to remind everybody, part of why E.L.F. had such huge success was due to TikTok. They had one of the most successful, like organic campaigns. I think they were paying influencers, but then also because it's cool to like be on the latest thing. There were people just doing like get ready with me today, get ready with me videos, and they're putting on their makeup, and it's cheap ass makeup. It's very inexpensive, and so it was very popular.
But it's good, right? People like it.
Yeah, it's good quality for the price, but that narrative can only take a stock so far, because it's when you're valued, when you're at 200 plus per share, it's like okay, you've kind of reached your maximum,
Right.
your inflection.
It's not a space known for their innovation.
Yeah, but Warren Buffett, my boy, stick to the C's candies and Diet Coke because he bought in June last year he had bought $230 million worth of that damn thing. Oh boy, he's gonna need some He's gonna need some fucking blush or something.
Or maybe a snortable arrangement.
Yeah, a snortable arrangement.
That guy is one line away from dying. I mean, he's
Yeah.
he's got,
He's probably wearing the shit to keep him from looking so pasty. We should also get him on the show. And actually, C's candies are very good.
Warren Buffett, if you want to come on the show, please.
Yeah,
Reach out.
I drink Diet Coke. I'll still drink that garbage. What's the line? What did Trump say?
You cup most of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Diet Coke's pissed at me. I don't care. I'll keep drinking that garbage.
We had some stuff happen with known pedophile platform Roblox. I don't know what's going on with this company, man. They're valued at like 44 billion effing dollars, and children love to play on it. Pedophiles love to play with the children on there. There was a big Hindenburg put out a report in October
This
of
has
last
been
year.
going on for a while.
It's been going on for a while. Hindenburg pointed out that not only are pedophilic people with pedophilia, I should be politically correct here.
People suffering from pedophilia.
People suffering from pedophilia use the platform because they know that children are on there playing games, and that's scary if you're a parent. And I can imagine that that's a scandalous thing that would befall a publicly traded company. Didn't really hinder them that much.
Roblox.
Surprisingly, yeah. And also they were contending that I believe that they were saying that a lot of their numbers on like daily and monthly active users were massively overstated because so many people have multiple accounts. I'm talking individuals will have 20, 30 accounts. And part of their research was from Reddit, on the Roblox subreddit, where people would say like, yeah, haha, LOL, this is just one of my like 24 accounts. For what?
Why?
I don't know. Racking up points? I don't know. Luring children?
Wouldn't it be learning what?
Luring children.
Luring.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better if you want to rack up points to just have the same account? Have you ever played Roblox?
That's a great point. No, I've never played Roblox. It looks like Minecraft, right?
Yeah. It's like bad graphics, like with, I don't know if it's open source, but all these different games pop up.
I think
They're
it is open source.
Always new created games, and
Yeah.
you can just play these fun little.
And you got to use the in-game currency, Robux, right?
Robux, yeah.
Yeah. So kids do be asking their parents for their credit cards.
Oh yeah, I've heard about some friends who have gotten big
Tell me, how much?
Robux bills. I don't remember the account.
I do wonder how much of their top line comes in from children taking their parents' credit card.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars of kids actively spending more money than mommy and daddy.
I was
allow.
at one friend's house. The kid had an absolute meltdown because she removed the credit card because she was like, "This is ridiculous."
Ooh. How old's the kid?
At that point, he was probably 7.
I would not allow my child. My kid, my future kid, he's in there,
And where?
He's getting here.
Where?
In me still.
Probably not yet.
Well, yeah, half of my kid is still in me. But when he or she comes out, they're getting the stuff that I got. They're getting Nintendo and Super Nintendo and Game Boy. They're going to learn to appreciate.
You're gonna have a weird kid.
Yeah, I'm going to have a weird kid. Yeah. I mean, the kid's going to be weird anyway. Jim Cramer, I don't even know if I want to give him I don't know if I want to give him the attention, but Cramer let's play it. Why not?
After roaring higher since last spring, the stock stumbled today, down 11%. Kind of reported what I guess some people think is a mixed quarter. Although Roblox delivered a revenue beat, its bookings and daily active users fell short of expectations, and their guidance came in a little light. But is that really enough to justify the stock's 11% drop today? Given that Roblox was up 30% year to date going into the quarter, I think this one simply came in too hot. So you're getting a better entry point here, or is there more to worry about? Let's take a close look with David.
Jesus, why does he sound drunk?
Dude,
Chairman and CEO of Roblox to find out. Mr. Bazooka, welcome back to Mad Money.
Jim, thanks for having me on. It's great to be here with you.
Well, I've got to tell you, having...
What did he call him? Mr. Bazundu?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows his name.
Can we get the...
He looked like Rob Lowe, though. I mean, he looks great. Jim Cramer looks and sounds like shit.
He seemed like he was on something.
Yeah.
He had that, couldn't stop smiling.
You ever seen that video of them when if you play him on like 3/4 speed, he does just sound like a drunk guy talking to you at a bar?
No.
Let's pull up that clip again and let's put it on like 3/4 speed. He truly just sounds like a drunk guy.
Also, if we can get the one where he introduces the guy, because I need to know what that guy's
I think
last
it's
name is.
Bazunki.
I'd like to.
Sounds like a dessert at a at like a
Greek
Midwestern
restaurant.
mall pizza chain. You guys want? But did you guys save room for bazunkies? Bazunkis? Oh, it sounds like Pazuki from
That's not his name.
BJ's. No, I think it's Bazunki. Keith, are we pulling that up? You got it? Yeah.
Well, I guess some people think this is a mixed quarter. Although Roblox delivered a revenue beat, its bookings and daily active users fell short of expectations, and their profits came in a little light.
Oh, it did?
Not really enough to justify the stock's 11% drop
Very
today.
cool. Yeah.
Roblox is up 30%.
Wait, I need to know what his name is. We need Bazookies.
We need Bazookies. What's his last name? Can we see the Roblox CEO? I'm gonna say it's Bazunki.
Bazunki?
I think Bazunki. Yeah. He's googling it right
We'll
now.
have
I'm
it in
sure.
a second.
The Roblox CEO, David Bazooki.
Bazooki, come on the show.
Hey, Mr. Bazooki, get your ass on the show, my man. Address the pedophile allegations.
Bazooki, we want to talk to you.
Anyway, let's move on here. We're almost out of time. Meta's on an absolute tear ever since Mark Zuckerberg looked at Jeff Bezos' wife's cleavage. They're up 14 consecutive days, and it is the most that the stock has ever gone up in a row.
That's what.
Good for him. He needed it. He needed it.
That's what checking out a crazy pair of bazookies will do to you.
Very good, sir.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Yeah, they also announced today that on Monday, a bunch of them are losing their jobs, which is really cool to find out on a Monday that you're getting fired.
Hey, we're ripping, but you're getting fired.
Yeah. I would just set the office on fire if I worked at Meta and they fired me. I'd just say, screw it. What have I got to lose at that point?
I wouldn't do that, Mark. I would challenge you to a jiu-jitsu off. I'll say, if I win, I get to keep my job.
Ooh, why not go
Let's hit the
further
mat,
than
Zuck.
that? That's all you want is just your job if you win? I would want like
I want your wife. And your wife. Wait, don't start yet.
No,
I
it's
get
too
your
late.
wife too.
It's too late. You've already...
No, Mark.
Yeah.
Meet me on the mat.
Meta issued company-wide communication to staff Friday about job cuts that will be announced Monday. Yeah, that's tough out there, guys. I hope you're ready for it. So a lot of people at Meta this weekend are going like this. They're fucking pulling their
They're
collar
doing
going, "Ooh, Not the people at Spotify though. They are absolutely crushing it. Their stock just won't stop going up. Good for them.
Well, that's going on at Meta as well.
Yeah, that's true. That is
So
true.
Spotify employees, don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, don't get too comfortable.
And start learning jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah.
And take a peek at Daniel Ek's wife. See if you want to challenge him for
Yeah.
it.
Is he married?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Let's end it with Dave Portnoy, who's now officially trading shitcoins, which means sure enough. Oh yeah, okay,
Dude.
folks. So here's what's going on.
I should have got in. I was so bullish on Montoya.
Yesterday, we're in our hotel room, and Emil pulls this clip up, a 4-minute long clip.
It's not 4 minutes. It's 2 clips.
It's like 4
divided
minutes
into
long,
2 minutes each.
and it's this poor Mexican man, Spanish-speaking man.
Oh
I think
my God!
Are they in Spain?
You don't even have any respect for Montoya and what he went
He's
through.
speaking Spanish. I'm
Okay.
getting to what he went through.
He's Spanish.
This guy's absolutely...
He's Spanish.
He's melting down. He's going, ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Ay, que no. Ay, Dios mío. He's going nuts.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
He's watching his poor.
Well, it's on a reality show called what?
It's like La Isla de Tentación.
Is it French or Spanish?
I don't know.
La Isla de Tentación, and it's an island. It's a singles show where they get a bunch of hot people together on like an island and they fucking suck each other.
Here's the thing.
And bad
Montoya
things
got a
happen.
lap dance. Okay, it wasn't right. No one's saying it was right that he got the lap dance.
Okay.
But what she put Montoya through.
Who is she?
His girlfriend.
Got it. Maria.
She then took the opportunity to sleep with this very jacked gentleman. He looked great in his little black undies.
Yeah. And
then Montoya had to fully watch.
Yeah, they wheeled out. I kept hearing the screaming in Spanish, and I said, Emil, what are you watching? And he's like, I don't know. Emil, what do you watch? You watched it over and over and over. I'm hearing this guy go, I can know.
I was captivated.
Yeah, and then I finally.
And he was stuck on this other part of the beach, so he'd be, hey, La Playa.
The host of the show, in an act of
Loses
utter
control.
cruelty, wheels him out, trots him out, and says, "Here you go, Montoya. Here's a live stream of your girlfriend about to have sex with another man." And he's sitting there going, oh my God, oh my God. He tries, here's a little, you've ruined my life. You're ruining my life. You're destroying my life, he's saying. You're dead to me. This is death to me. You're killing me. You're killing me.
I hope those crazy kids get back together.
He runs along the beach. He confronts her. It's this dramatic thing as only the Spanish can do. Very romantic
He
people.
trashes the set.
Trashes the set. And sure enough, they made a coin called what? What is it called? Montoya?
Montoya coin. Montoya coin.
Montoya, por favor. And Dave Portnoy, what is he doing? He's worth like $100 million, and he bought what, $6,000 worth? You can afford more. And he said, Davey learned how to trade shitcoin and is already up 1 billion% on my first one. Is he up 1 billion%? That'd be so upsetting. Well, look, he's up 6,100.
Oh, wait.
And it shows he's up. Did he?
Oh, he only put like 22.
He put like $20 into it. Oh God, I hate
No,
this
wait.
world.
Is that right though? That's
what kind of God does this to us?
Yeah.
That only the cruel men win. That's the world that we live in.
The rich get richer.
The rich get richer. And
the rich gets Richard.
And I get guacamole on my jacket because I had to cram guacamole and chips in my mouth because I needed something to eat after
and
that.
I look red as hell
Yeah.
for some reason.
What have we learned this week, bud?
That I do not like these cameras in New York.
No, I like them.
I have never looked worse than this. This is
I disagree with that.
Okay,
I've seen you.
That hurts.
I saw you this morning, bud. You looked like
I,
shit.
I cannot wait till this is over to just look in a mirror. I need some kind of reaffirming that
I hate to break it to you, but we got about 30 more minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What
what else?
As
What
soon
else?
as I can. I also just need a shower.
Yeah. No, I can smell you from here. No, I can't. You smell fine as far as I can tell. Your shoes are something else, though. You got to answer to.
It's cold as hell.
Yeah,
you know I
it's
got
cold.
the waterproof Merrells on.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. It's been a treat, and we'll see you next week. Stay not volatile out there, and protect those profits. Ring that register, baby, because you never know what Trump might tweet or say or do. And
Keep your head on a swivel.
Keep your head on a swivel. So long.